In today's episode, I've been thinking about the fundamental marketing principle of positioning. One of the biggest challenges about making these videos is knowing what existing knowledge you, my audience, bring to the table. I don't want to bore you or waste your time by going into details that you already know. But likewise, I want these videos to be accessible and interesting to people regardless of what their existing experience is. I think the best way to deal with this challenge is to spend the next 2 or 3 weeks going through marketing fundamentals, the 2 or 3 big ideas that underpin all of my thinking about how to market a law firm successfully online. So with that in mind, the topics for the next 20 or 30 videos are going to be drawn from one of 3 buckets. Positioning, the act of staking a claim on a particular part of the market. Brand, the act of bringing your positioning to life through your actions. And communications, the content and channels you use to prove that the things you claim about yourself are in fact true. In today's episode, we're going to kick things off by introducing the concept of positioning. There is not a single business on earth who can afford to appeal to everyone, since efforts to please one group of people can often have the opposite effect on another. Even a product as ubiquitous as water can be segmented and sold differently to different people. Human beings are so diverse in their wants and needs that it's impossible to craft a message that meets the needs of everybody at once. One solution is to create a campaign that is so bland and inoffensive that nobody could be put off by it. But the result would also be so boring that nobody would be attracted to it either. A better solution might be to segment the market into several groups, creating different products, services and campaigns for each group. That works well for consumer packaged goods, but it might not be so effective in a law firm where the product is human labour that can't simply be slapped with a different label. The best solution is to make a deliberate, strategic decision to focus on a single type of customer to the exclusion of all others. This process of choosing and developing a client focus is what we call positioning. Positioning a legal service business means making firm decisions about what types of clients you'll work with, what areas of law you'll practice, what jurisdictions you'll cover, what systems and processes you'll use, and what the client experience will be like. Different firms will put more or less emphasis on each of those factors, and I'm going to deal with each one of them in a future episode. But for now, you just need to know that positioning involves big, tough, strategic decisions that have to be made at the very highest levels of your firm. It is very difficult for a marketer to come up with a position and wish it into existence without the support of senior managers and board-level executives. What you're aiming for is a position in the market that's small enough that a firm of your size has sufficient resources to defend it from competition, while being big enough that there's enough business potential to meet the firm's financial goals. Today's episode has been the what of positioning, and in the next one I'm going to deal with the why. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.